Coach, it is a gorgeous night in the desert. The roof is open, the stars are out, the good life, and we've got football ahead from State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Throwing on first down. Parsons. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Parsons going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, 38 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game, it leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the clear. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, 55 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw is Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Murray now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll buy some time right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
16 yards, a 1st down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run. This is Walton. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Thrown outside, complete to Burnett. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Parsons, flush to his right. On the right side, he finds Burnett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
So don't say nothing. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
On 1st down, Parsons eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Parsons escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Penny, the 1st down carry, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Parsons. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. On 4th down, Parsons. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The throw complete here to Williams, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Play fake, Murray. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. First down, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Parsons. This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jordan Thomas, 26 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's good for 28 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Murray now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Murray to air it out again. This pass caught. He's going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if the pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Emmanuel Ogbah. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Parsons. He's going to fire this thing deep, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Off play action. Parsons. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first down carry for Barkley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second and a couple. Murray, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, tight down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That throw good for 4. It's second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Play action. Now it's Murray to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Looking to throw. Parsons dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. I got one. Slot 61. Matchbox 2.
On first down, Woody. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Woody, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Shea. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Off the play fake. Shea. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shaw. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, fighting off the defender. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal. And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Off-play action. Shea sliding out of the pocket. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football. Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they? Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. On third down, Shea trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it? No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so. Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no... End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Shea. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56.
Off the play fake. Parsons. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Off play action. Parsons. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence. See what happens. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. On first down, Woody.
You ain't doing nothing.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw on third down, Shea. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Looking to throw, Shea. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Parsons. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it's going to be tipped up and picked off.
And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out. This is something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on third down. This is 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Push it back. Push it back.
Now it's Penny running right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Penny. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back to throw. Parsons. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. And fights through one man. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Woody, they'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Shea. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Looking to throw. Shea. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Parsons. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Off play action. Parsons. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Letting one go, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers get a score closer. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd down, here's Penny. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Looking to throw. Parsons. And Jennings has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Off the play fake. Parsons. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Shea, he's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Off-play action. Parsons. Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Parsons. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Parsons. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Flush to his right. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treated like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Woody. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Parsons. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Throwing on first down. Shea. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Shea. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. And the 49ers get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Seahawks on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Parsons. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Shea. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays. And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the wind moves.